Hey, I'm Mark Myers, and in this video I'm going to be talking about the making of the Arkells video Reckoning, which I shot, directed, and edited. Now, it's been a while since I've made a YouTube video. I've been pretty busy in the last year, mainly because of going full-time freelance. But this video, Reckoning, was one I shot February of last year, so basically a full year ago. So the main features of this video is essentially the black void that we shot in. Shot the band in the round, which is circular, had a wide angle lens, shot from so many different angles, and even used a specialty lens to get some near impossible shots. So this process all started about 10 days before the video shoot, and I got a call from Max, the lead singer, and Ashley, the manager, and they sent me the song, and immediately it felt darker visually. So I kind of knew that I wanted to lean in that direction, but we didn't know where we were going to shoot this and wanted to shoot at a cool location. So we went on a location scout to a water treatment facility in Toronto. It was such a cool kind of Art Deco, I think, style building. But the issue was I was DPing this video and I had no clue how to actually light that space effectively and make it look as professional as I wanted it to look, given the limitations that we had, budgetary and crew and whatnot. So after thinking about it for a little bit, I kind of convinced them that let's shoot this in the studio, be a bit more controlled, and lean more into that darker visual aesthetic that I was kind of seeing when I heard this song. Now it's a trap in the bucket for you, because knock on your ocean blue. So for pre-production, I did what I normally do, and that's make a text edit, which is essentially putting the song in a timeline and then typing in visually exactly what I see, where, and when as the song plays. Last night I heard someone cry, asked if there's something funny or something on your mind. But for this song, Max and Ashley wanted me to put together a treatment so we can show the band and kind of get them aligned with what we were thinking for the video. So I did that, and I put together a PDF with some photos and bold text to try and sell the concept. So for inspiration, I landed on 3 references: Arcade Fire's Creature Comfort, Sum 41's Motivation, and the film Whiplash. Denzel, what's his name? Damien Chazelle. Creature Comfort was a good mood reference. It was darker, had moving lights, and that's something that I wanted to do with this concept. Sum 41's video was kind of the main inspiration because it used a wide angle lens, shot from like 40 different angles, and used a specialty lens for some cool specialty shots. And for Whiplash, I was basically looking at that for the whip pans that Damien Chazelle did in that, but also from shot choice and editing style. So something I've started to use in pre-production is Milanote. And Milanote's basically a visual idea board where you can dump in all your different assets and ideas and text and stuff and organize it in a way that makes sense. I basically took screen grabs from Sum 41's music video and I divided it into the different band members. And for example, Derek, the lead singer, he had at least 8 different angles on him to cover his performance, and the same with each other band member. So yeah, I looked at a bunch of black void references from films and TV and other music videos and interviews just to see how they set up the black and how they lit the scene. For lighting this black void, it was pretty obvious and simplistic, but you're essentially putting a big soft source above right in the middle and then adding black skirts around with fabric so you don't spill the light onto the surrounding area that you've created, which is just 20 by 20 foot black curtains, so that light from the center soft source doesn't spill onto the black, so you can kind of crush that in post. So when it came to shooting the band, hopefully it looks like a giant big black void space where we could shoot from any angle and it just looks like black all around. In reality, it was just a 3-sided set, and I shot from the open side and then had them rotate around, flip the instruments around, and then shot them from the back. For individual performances, I basically had each person stand in the main position individually and then shot them from a whole bunch of different angles, and then replaced them with the next person, shot them from a whole bunch of different angles. And the thing that most people comment on is probably the probe lens shots. So I rented this like foot-long needle nose anteater kind of style lens that got popular in the last year or so. And what that lens allows you to do is get really, really, really close to something, but also be very wide and be able to shoot through items and objects that you wouldn't normally be able to shoot through. And the way we executed those shots, hopefully to a cool degree, was the gaffer built the camera offset from the slider that we had.
Lock off gets in the way.
So by offsetting the camera, we were able to use the slider's full range of motion while also getting very close to the object, guitar, piano, etc.
Yeah.
So I'm really happy with those shots. I wish I had more time because I wanted to use even more instances of the probe in the edit, but I just didn't have time to get those shots. Another choice that I made in this video was the strobe light during the bridge. So as most people probably know, a song has verses and choruses, but the unique thing to each song is generally the bridge. It doesn't sound like any other part of the song. And because of that, I usually like my bridges visually to be different than every other part of the video. So with this, the song kind of called for a strobe. At least that's how I saw it. Luckily, the venue, Sterling Studio, had a aperture 600D, I think it was, that had that strobe effect built into it. And you could change the frequency that it was. So I kind of just dialed in the frequency that I thought I wanted for that bridge. And then we also added a gel, I believe, on the lens to kind of warm up that part of the song and to look a little like the album art, that kind of peachy, warmer color. So I'm really happy with that effect that was done in camera. I thought it was effective and I like that part of the video. For the edit, it was a late decision to have the title of the song pop up in letters to the beat, but I think it was effective. I'm happy with that choice. One of the last things that was added was this chromatic aberration or whatever it's called, where the colors kind of separate. It tweaked the darkness and the kind of starkness of the video just a little bit, and then sent it off to my buddy Hattie to color it, because that's still something I'm not very good at, is coloring. It just gave it that more professional shine. So yeah, as mentioned, I'm really happy with that video. I think it turned out really cool, turned out as intended, and it was a video that gave me a bit more confidence in operating the camera and actually air quoting, saying that I'm a DP, which I still don't like to do. If you have any other questions or comments about it, please let me know down below. Thanks.
Okay, you can say it now. You can say it.
All right, everybody, that's a wrap.
Yay!